I'll give them just a little more. I'll give them just a little more. Just a little more. Always and forever I will be. I'll give them just a little more.
Welcome to the Little Mo Show. Yes, I'm your beautiful host, Little Mo. Now, I know you may be thinking, is this the same Little Mo that sang Superwoman? Yes, it is. Is this the same Little Mo that sang with everybody from Fabulous to Missy Elliott to Ja Rule to John P. Key? Baby, I done hit all parts of the genre. You see me on TV shows. Maybe you might have saw me on R&B Divas of L.A., and now you're currently watching me on Love and Hip Hop New York making an ass of myself. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I was still cute, though. A wig stay laid. And I'm working on some new music as well, child. I got a new spicy, saucy video, single 30 minutes out, as well as some other things. But damn, that enough about me. I'm here with my co-host. Who you be?
My name is Skeet Carter. You may have seen me. You may have seen me on Comedy Central.
I ain't see it.
You need to watch. You better pay your cable bill.
Hello.
You may have seen me on a What Now tour with Kevin Hart when he did the stadium in Philadelphia. That was crazy. You may have seen me on the
outside joint. Let him know it ain't just no little stadium.
It was a football field.
The football field, and he filled that bitch out
all the way up. And
all
I was
the way
there
out.
like, oh my God, look at this.
What you was doing there? Was you part of cleanup or was you on stage?
I was. What you mean? Was
No,
I
because you
cleaning
know,
up?
just be
Yeah,
no.
I was cleaning up when they paid me.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, that's what I did. I did that. Wilding Out tour on tour with Michael Blackson.
Nice.
Michael
Blackson. We got to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. But there's a lot going on. But I'm here on the Little Mo Show. And, man, this is the hottest show out right now. So we about to turn up, okay?
Yes. And while we're going to turn up, we're going to let you know what these celebrities, they've been turning up and cutting up and acting up with the internet. Don't lie.
And that don't lie.
You supposed to sing that with me, though.
I can't hit them notes that you hit. Nobody can do what you do.
I've been doing that every time we do that part, and I don't know how you don't know it yet. So let's just start off with Michael Blackson. Let's just not get too far ahead of ourselves. He's been lit on the internet.
Yes, he has. Michael Blackson has been turning up, speaking his mind.
Against Kevin Hart and Charlamagne, a.k.a. C the God. Why?
Right.
What's been going on? Because you're a comedian, so you know them, and they're your friends. So is this a real beef, or is this just like the prelude to a tour, a book, a movie, a sex tape, something? What's going on?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but anything that goes on in the world and it's irrelevant, Michael Blackson's going to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But so the thing, it don't matter. That's what he does. He's the best that ever did it when it comes to, talking about current events.
And he's really from Philly.
He's from Philly.
Everybody thinks he's from Africa or somewhere.
But no, I think he was
African for real?
Yeah, he's African.
Okay.
But he was in Philly. So,
okay, I got you.
They're friends. They were friends before everything happened.
Him and Kevin.
But Kevin never addresses anything that Mike says.
Who told Kevin to ignore Michael?
I don't know who told him, but that he
is curving him
said
down.
one thing, and Mike is going to take that and run with it. Mike is funny when it comes to roasting. That's his
He can
thing.
roast. That's my, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's Kevin's strongest point. As far as comedy and stand-up and sitcoms and movies, he got that on lock. That's why he's the $100 million man. But as far as roasting, when what's the name said, when Michael Black said he looked like a gorilla wee-wee, my nigga, what was up with that?
It was funny. It was really funny. Then
I was laughing.
And he talking like he get the he bitch dance. That's what Mike do. He do the he bitch dance at his shows, and he gives somebody the he bitch dance.
But they said Kevin was kind of upset because he said he shouldn't have made fun of the indiscretions, that he apologized with the scandal with his marriage and everything. But we all go through things.
Oh,
Hey.
The thing about Mike, he has a following, so whatever he says, people get to hear it. So
Okay.
if I say something about it, millions of people are not going to hear about it, but Mike says it. I mean, I'm just saying.
He did break the internet with that last post he did.
He definitely did, and it went crazy. So Kev felt some type of way because he's supposed to be his friend. That's my man. Yeah. You ain't supposed to kick me when I'm down, especially when it comes to relationship stuff. Okay. But, Mike did his thing, and it's actually funny. It's very funny.
It actually broke the internet. Speaking of breaking the internet, guess what's breaking up in New York City is going to break down the walls. They're going to be right downstairs, and they need to come right on up here to Lil Mo Show, and we get to interview them. Child, the Grammys is coming to New York. Now, I'm not registered with NARAS. No. Wait, am I? Maybe I ain't pay my dues, something, but I'm going to let you know some nominees.
Go ahead,
and then you let me know who you think going to win.
All right, cool.
And then I'm going to tell you some other things, because sometimes the Grammys may be slighting some people because somebody's in their bag a little bit. Okay, with the Grammys coming to Madison Square Garden, a.k.a. MSG, January 28th, Best Rap Performance. The nominees are Bounce Back by Big Sean.
All right.
Bodak Yellow, Cardi B.
Turn up.
444, Jay-Z.
Cool.
Humble, because you know when you from church, you don't say humble, you say
say
Humble by Kendrick Lamar.
right.
Bad and Bougie by the Migos featuring Lil Uzi Vert. Who you think gonna win?
You got to get at the Cardi.
I believe so
You got to
too.
get at the Cardi.
She's the only chick in the
Right.
the
And the
whole
Migos
category.
had it before Cardi came with that. You know, she took
They
it
got
with
it for
that.
the culture and
Right.
all that
They
stuff.
had
So
yeah,
we
they got
all
it.
think that Cardi's gonna win. And if she doesn't, then I think it's a conspiracy. A what? A conspiracy. Okay. Best comedy album. You see the nominees, right?
Yeah.
Some of these are your friends, and so I didn't even know comedians had albums. Who they
do.
signed to? Def Jam?
No, they-
I say Def Jam. Never Coming Out Records. Okay, so the nominees are, oh wow, The Age of Spin and Deep in the Heart of Texas, Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Cinco, I ain't never even heard of this boy. Jim Gaffigan,
Go ahead.
Jerry Before Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld.
Right. We know what that is.
A Speck of Dust, Sarah Silverman, child.
Mm-hmm.
And What Now, Kevin Hart. Are you on that album?
I didn't make the album.
So is that the tour album? Like, is he singing or is the comedy just broken down in
I
segments?
think it's the actual show. They just made it audio. So
Who you think gonna win?
Dave Chappelle, he killed it when he did the Netflix special and got
He
all that
killed
money.
it. He redeemed.
Now everybody's doing what he's doing now.
Listen who's mad. TMZ said that Q-Tip is angry because he was snubbed by the Grammys.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm going to read what they said, and then you're going to hear what Skeet say, and then you're going to hear what Mo got to say. Okay, they were saying that Tribe Called Quest, he was the front man. It sounds like he's partially blaming mega producer Ninth Wonder. Q went off on the Recording Academy, which is a no-no, for not nominating Tribe's 2016 album. He points out was good enough for the Grammy folks to invite them, but he feels that he was getting stiff. While he does give props to other nominees such as Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar, Q-Tip is calling it BS and that a Tribe Called Quest final album, they should not have been left out. And now we do know that Phife Dawg did pass for complications due to diabetes and other things. That, they did like a nice little cute little compilation, but he was like, why we ain't win? So he feels the type of way. You go ahead and say what you guys say, and I'm going to tell you how I feel.
I just feel, if you feel a certain way about certain things on a platform that's so big,
Right.
It depends on how you say it or address it, because some people will say, he just...
Tyreeson.
There you go. And that's what it seems like sometimes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I know that's not how he's trying to come off. He want to make a statement like...
But because I'm going to tell you this.
What?
I heard Q-Tip got a side to him that he likes things certain ways. Like they say he has devious ways. That's what the internet and some people say. It ain't me that said it. Right. But you may remember, listen, they say he got his ways.
Okay.
So do you feel that they should have been nominated?
Hey, I think
Name
they
one
should.
song.
I don't know any of the songs.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to be funny. Bitch, I feel like I've been snubbed. But I'm not going to say it.
You ain't going to say it. You
The
can't
fact
say
that
it.
I've been
Right,
invited, I
right.
got kicked out the Grammys. Me and QD3, Quincy Jones. So we went like mad years ago. We was there late, smoking. I was smoking some weed, and I popped up, and I got kicked out. Oh well, deal with it. I got
Snubbed you.
nominated for Put It On Me, but all of that stuff. But just the fact that your name is being mentioned, just consider it counted on joy, because there are some people that I feel that are snubbed that haven't even made the list, such as Fabulous, such as Jadakiss.
Right.
So Q-Tip, I want you to sit your ass down just a little bit, because they're taking away categories. Because listen, we have a guest coming.
Yeah, we do.
His name is Erykah Roberson. And he's been Grammy nominated, but his category, they took it off. So maybe he should start moaning, complaining, and Tyreeson.
Right.
What you think?
We'll talk about it when we get back.
It's the Little Mo Show.
All we need is 30 minutes. I need that Mr. Daddy, 'cause stroke don't pull it out till I get finished. That's all I need is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Welcome back, beloved, to the Little Mo Show. I'm your wonderful, loud host, Little Mo.
I'm your quiet co-host, Skeet Carter, but I'm
my
funny as
God.
hell, though, and we are back.
You all kind of tamed and everything.
You already know, man. When you're new on the job, you got to act a certain way. But we about to turn up real soon. We have a special guest for you guys today.
Yes.
Little Mo already told you who he was, but I
Yeah.
had to properly introduce this guy because you've seen him. He worked with people from Jill Scott, Music Soul Child. He's from Jersey. Man, everybody give
And
it
he's a bison.
Ain't
That's-
you?
You
know.
know. I ain't go
wore the
there,
blue,
but
you wore the blue today.
well, yeah.
There
Oh,
she
for
go.
real?
There
Yeah,
she go
yeah, yeah.
again. And we're going to introduce. Eric Roberson, man. Give it up for Eric Roberson.
Give it up for Era.
What's up? How y'all
What's
doing?
going
Do you
on,
want us
man?
to call you
Nice to
Eric
have you on the
Roberson,
show, man.
Eric,
I'll tell you
E-Ro,
E-Ro,
E-Money?
Eric Roberson, E, whatever you like to do. I have no middle names, so I got a lot of nicknames. That's fine.
Okay.
No middle name either. You got a middle name, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, they knew you was gonna be somebody. Hey, look.
No, we were briefly chatting, and I'm so glad to have you here today.
To be here.
Because all right, I didn't go to college, but I did do radio in DC, and so Howard, you know.
No.
What did you study there?
Musical theater.
Wow.
I went to Howard on a full scholarship for music.
So they paid for everything in advance.
Yeah, so it's
Look at
crazy.
God.
It was crazy enough. When I was a teenager, I won a national pageant called Mr. Black Teenage World. All my friends clowned me, but they gave me a full scholarship to Grambling State University and Howard University. And that changed the course. I probably was going to try to play football somewhere or be a political science major.
You are pretty, yeah.
Little something. But that changed the course. I was going into my junior year, and I told my parents, I was like, I think I want to do something more in music. I couldn't major in the R&B singing, so I majored in musical theater from there.
Yeah, most people get scholarships. They play some kind of sport. So that's what I was going to ask.
Everybody I know that got a scholarship, no, I heard they be going home every weekend, then the girl get pregnant, and then she be like, oh, I should have used my scholarship.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
You stuck to your plan.
I stuck to my plan. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, I fought hard for it. Real
light
hard.
skinned men, they usually get somebody knocked up in college. I don't know how you got out of that.
You got kids?
It was tough. No, well, I'm married. I got 3 boys, 7, 5, and a 19-month-old. So it's crazy. They tearing the house all up, but it's all
go
good.
over your house because I got to step over the kids when we go visit.
Yeah,
when I
it's
go
all
visit
good.
her house.
It's all love,
He
man.
lying.
No,
Because
no,
every
I get
time
it.
he come over before we come up, my little son does an introduction. When they come in, we call him the puppy baby. He does flips. He walks on his tippy toes.
on
He
his
balls
back.
them
Yeah,
up.
it's crazy.
And
It's
I
cool.
just be like, he does that
Yeah,
every
it's
time we have guests. So maybe one day you can come over the house and then just see what we talking about.
I'm down. I'm definitely down.
Let's get into everything what you got going on. Grammy nominated. Now, we mentioned earlier the Grammys are coming to New York. Are you going?
Probably will. I mean, I'll at least being part of the festivities. You know, there's gonna be a whole bunch of jam sessions and parties going around.
Free stuff. That daggone gift and
That
suite.
gift bag,
Hello.
Let me tell you something.
That gift and suite is lit.
I still be wearing some of that stuff from years ago.
I be selling it.
No, ain't nobody been there. I'm just quiet. Like,
You
I
know
ain't
what a
never
gift
been.
and suite is when you get free stuff.
I understand that, but I ain't been
And the
to
people that
one.
win the free stuff, they get, ugh.
Yeah, that's a whole nother gift and suite right there.
So,
Let's go. Let's
yeah.
go, dope.
Let's see. Since you're a recording artist, what was one of your biggest songs, in your music career?
Emotional Roller Coaster with Vivian Green, Vivian's first album.
You wrote that or you on it?
I co-wrote with
joint
Vivian.
lit.
Yeah, and like Merry-Go-Round, the previous cats from Music Soul Child, and his first 2
Okay.
albums. Yeah, I mean, I've written for a lot of different people, Carl Thomas, a whole bunch of people. I never really had too many like major singles. It just had songs that were very memorable on a lot of people's albums.
But you have, as much as you consider yourself, I guess, an indie artist, you have like a cult-like following. I always say you have like, you're like the male Erykah Badu. Like, people come, like you, I've never seen a place unpacked when your name is mentioned.
I appreciate that.
I be knowing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very fortunate. I owe it to the fans. You know what I mean? For me, I was a songwriter.
Okay.
I had been signed and dropped numerous times, and at one point I just started putting albums out as a hobby, just for myself. I saw what the other side was. I didn't need that other side.
Right.
And what I love is I was able to earn every fan. So we would go to Columbus, Ohio. I would do a show, and I'd be at the exit with my CD, shaking hands. And what happens is the person will bring somebody next time.
Right.
So it's my first time in D.C., my first show, 30, 50 people maybe. Now we'll do 1,000
Selling out the
people
Howard
there.
Theater.
Yeah, I mean do a Howard Theater, whatever. So and that's Atlanta, that's New York, California. I can remember the modest beginnings of a venue, and now we're in much bigger venues, and we haven't had much radio play. We haven't had much of the support, but we still got there. We got there by.
That's one thing about the industry. A lot of people never understand. As much as you have people come out to your concerts and following it and know your music and your work, what is it about the radio that just fails to support?
What's interesting? I mean, the interesting part is that with most labels, the label will put money behind a song, and the song is, I don't want to say force-fed, but it's pushed. It's like it's played a certain amount of time, and what happens is, what it does is it's a delusion, because what happens when it stops supporting the record, the radio stops playing it, and a lot of times the artist thinks, well, I just gotta wait till something else happens, and it's like it just never made sense to me. It's like I'm gonna go there whether I got a song popping or not, and I'm gonna get in front of your face. I'm gonna come sell out. So even just for the last 3 years, we pretty much, my circle team, we book our own shows. We do all the planning. We do all the marketing. we still have some promoters we work with, and I have all love for them. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, but it just made sense saying, okay, we're mapping out 2018 right now. Like, let's map the whole time out,
Right.
and let's get those markets. And I love that show. We do a big show in Atlanta.
Okay.
Maybe Nashville might be really, really small, but I remember when Atlanta was small. So we can get Nashville to where Atlanta is. So there's always work to do. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we wait for somebody else, and it's just never been my culture to wait for somebody else. I got signed when I was at Howard. When I was 19, I got signed to Warner Brothers. I put out a song called The Moon, and I went back and finished school. And then from there, when I graduated, I got been to songwriting. So you can say, like, since 94, 97.
I remember that movie, the video Moon. I seen
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Little slimmer on that,
Little
man.
slimmer.
He was on the sexy. You didn't see the video. He was
Sexy.
like, my home.
Yeah, you could tell me nothing back then.
And all the notable artists that you've worked with, from the Jill Scotts to the Musics, the Dwellers, the Vivian Green, is there anybody that you want to work with, and who is that person? And, a lot of people, if they ain't got no budget, don't even holler. Just put it out there in the atmosphere because, like, you're dope. So
About a budget, it's never, for me, real talk, and it's I've had the fortunate opportunity. I've worked with, your discography is crazy as well. I've had the fortunate opportunity of only working with people that I probably would have bought their album whether I was on it or not. I was already fans of them, or I was friends of them, and I was rooting for them, pulling for them. We share money for cheesesteaks or whatever, and then you see their dreams come true. So, but to answer your question, Erykah Badu is probably on the top of my list.
Oh.
She's on top of my list. Like, I would love just be in the room and watch her
have you
work.
ever met her?
Yes, on like handshake. Like,
Did she
before I
have some
really-
sage? Because people say when she walk around, she sprinkles stuff to make sure your spirit not off.
It's lucky I'm married now.
All right.
I'm married now.
No,
But
now let me tell you, I'm married too, but I looked at them cakes.
I'd have been. Well, let me tell you. So mind you, I went to college. Real talk. I went to college with somebody who went to school, who grew up with her.
Yeah.
And I remember the first thing he told me before she ever came out, he was like, "Yo, I got a friend. Her name's Erykah. She's gonna be coming out soon. She's dope. She's dope." And surprisingly, she got a real fat butt. She's real skinny.
Everybody.
And it's crazy. So before she ever came out, I'm talking about for the first album, I was already in school, so I was like, she got a fat butt. It's hard for me to believe, but no, she had a
Because you know what's
amazing thing under
Between Erykah, Mary J. Blige, me, when I first came out, and a couple other people we were known for having, they'd be like, man, my husband, he said, when he first heard my song, when he saw Superman in the video, he said, y'all up here sitting up here talking about Fab killing. He said, who's shorty with the fat ass? And he was 15.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Listen,
that crazy?
we men, we understand,
you see,
we acknowledge your voice, we acknowledge,
One thing I can say is when you see Erykah,
what
she has
video
a
was that?
cake.
When she took her clothes off and was running down the
See,
street.
that's years later.
Oh, yeah, remember
That's
that?
years
was
later.
heavy, boy.
That
But
thing
that
was crazy, though.
I ain't even had
I'm
DVR.
still trying to find the
I don't know how
unedited
did I
version. I'm
pause the
trying to
TV?
uncensor it. I'm
tell you.
still waiting. It's got to be somewhere.
It's somewhere. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't even have
And what's
DVR.
amazing, they shot that video and no one had a camera. No one filmed. Like, if I was in Dallas when they were shooting that video, there's no way I'm not pulling a camera out.
Ain't that crazy?
It was heavy.
Yeah, now I
But
remember
it's
that.
crazy. It's crazy. But mind you, it was crazy years before she ever took.
Yeah.
When she took all them dashikis off, he was like, "Oh, word!" But it was crazy under that.
That's what I heard
dashikis
them men
already.
be going crazy. They was just like, yo, she changed her whole life. Andre wasn't dressing like
wearing
that.
crochet pajamas too. If I was dating, I would. It would. If
changed
I'm
her
married
life.
now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But I was willing to take that down.
Erykah is one of
said, "No,
those.
I'm married
No,
now."
you gotta put it out there. That's the disclaimer.
No,
but I
listen.
think Erykah's she the one, like, for real though. I might give my husband a hall pass.
Really?
I would be like, yo, what that thing
What
thing
that
working
thing
with?
do?
Cause that thing
Come
right.
back and tell me
And I
about
want
it.
to make sure if that thing changes life, I'm gonna say, well, I want a piece. But I love her, like, because
Nah,
she's
she's
been
amazing.
consistent and just like I love her comedic side and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's like pretty dope that you put her at the top of your list. So I think that's gonna
Straight up
happen.
Songwriting. Bag Lady is one of the most incredible songs I've ever heard. I mean, she has several of those. As a songwriter, when I get somebody's album, what I want to say is, damn, I wish I wrote that. That's my goal. When I buy a Nas album, when I buy Jay-Z or buy whoever. And Erykah has had me say that almost every album. There's at least one or two songs that go like, wow, they got that off.
Hold that thought right there, because we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Eric Roberson, your girl Little Mo.
Skeet Carter, you're watching the Little Mo Show.
It's your boy Skeet Carter, the co-host of the Little Mo Show podcast, encouraging everybody to pick up a copy of the tell-all book, Tame a Little Mo, right now. It's available on Amazon.com.
Welcome back to the Little Mo Show. I'm your crazy tattooed host, Little Mo.
And it's your boy, comedian Skeet Carter, and I'm your co-host, and we are sitting here with Mr. Eric Roberson. How are you?
Young
Great.
E. You
Yes.
know, everything is young and
Young
little
E, I'm
again.
down. Little Young E. I'm fine with that.
We have a little bit of history.
Yes.
We were talking about, and you reminded me about when you met me. It's probably been about 17, 18 years, even though I'm 22. So I must have been a baby.
You was in diapers. You was
Hey.
in diapers. They were changing your diapers at Sylvia Rone's office. Gerald Levert was changing. So no, it was me, you.
Gerald Levert.
It was
Rest
me,
in
you,
peace.
Gerald Levert. Yeah, yeah. And it was probably a couple years before you unfortunately passed.
98, 99-ish.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember we had a conversation about your tattoos. She has a long list, lovely line of tattoos down her
See, I
arm.
look like a jailhouse bathroom wall.
No, I was stylish. You was way ahead of the time, though.
Like
You was
cute-
way
cute
definitely
No, because back
you was
then,
definitely way ahead of time.
I had the, well, I probably didn't have the blue hair on there, but that's when I was wearing braids. I probably had a hat or something, but I remember when I started getting tattoos, I was hyped, but when I got to the label, they was like, well, you might want to cover it up because we don't want to scare the consumer. So back then, I would have to cover it. But I was like, man, damn, now people got shoes all in their face, tattoos all on their mouth, coming out their mouth. So honestly, we've always been ahead of our time. So thanks for remembering that because like
dope, yeah.
that's dope that you still have some good things to say about me. Hello.
Oh, amen, amen. No, I'm following your career and really happy for you in general.
Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? So that's all good.
Thank you. What's some things you got coming up? Tours, books, movies,
We-
scandals? No.
Right, I know that's right.
Hello.
Married, don't forget that.
Yeah.
That's his
Me and
favorite
Erykah
line.
doing a duet album.
Erykah,
no,
that's
So, no,
dope.
I wish it would be
Now
nice.
that I think
We're
about
gonna put
it-
it in the atmosphere. We're gonna put it in the atmosphere. I
Yeah.
gotta talk to my wife
Mine
about it
as
first,
well.
But
Culture, bro.
you know, we just released. So this year we released we released 3 albums called Earth, Wind, and Fire. We released Earth in April, and Wind came out in July. Fire came out in October, and each one was a theme. So Earth was an inspiration album, self-empowerment. Wind was a romance album. In October we released Fire, which was like a more political album against police brutality and
So that was in
sexism and crazy.
2017?
The 2017. So
Okay.
we toured somewhat with it, but really we're going to be touring in February, all the way out for 2018 with that. So yeah, so that was the main thing, you know, and then worked with a lot of people, wrote 3 songs with Avery Sunshine for her album, and worked with a lot of like smooth. I'm entering amazingly like the smooth jazz area. I did a song with Boney James and Najee, and doing a lot of those festivals and tours as well. So we just
Now
staying
them
busy.
Jones be sold out.
No, that's what we need to study because that's the field we want to go to. We want to
Hello?
be doing those cruises and the
Come on.
and the festivals. You know, I do a cruise every year called the Capital Jazz Cruise. I'm one of the hosts.
Okay.
We do it every single year, and it's more of a smooth jazz cruise.
Where
but
is that?
it's switchly changing.
Just in case somebody might want to fly in.
We usually leave out of somewhere from the south, out of Miami or Puerto Rico, and go to different islands. But it be lit. I mean, last year we had Jill Scott. No, the one we did just last was I want to say Lettucey, Chrisette Michelle, just naming the R&B side. Raheem Devine's done it. Music Soul Child's done it. And it's all stages because you'll have, you know, your really, really big acts like Charlie Wilson will be on the top of the boat. But every night, imagine
They'll
three
probably have me on the
acts.
bottom of the boat at the racket
No,
section.
please, you'll be jamming.
Oh,
But
God.
you'll love it because it's a full boat of us.
Okay.
We went to Cuba last year as well. That was amazing. It's just a really, really nice time.
I've only
surrounded
been
by
on the
music.
Tom Joyner morning show cruise, and,
Yeah, and that's
everybody
crazy. It's
thought it was
amazing.
like. But there, a lot of these cruises, even though they have their, you know, they're not saying typical, but you know, the older genre of music from, I believe they did have Earth, Wind, and Fire on there.
Yep.
And it was lit. I was like, oh man, like how'd y'all get them out here?
It's only a
But it
matter
had
of
me
time.
on it, too.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time there's gonna be hip hop cruises. It's only a matter of time that there's gonna be a '90s cruise with
that's what
a
they said
cruise
they
of
wanna-
SWV and Escape and Intro.
That right
It's
there.
only a matter of
They
time.
did a 90s night with Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
But ironically, days before that, that's when Johnny Kemp had passed.
Yeah.
So I was on that cruise and I was just like, wow. But they still dedicated, just got paid, all the stuff Teddy Riley did. And when I say everybody wig was off, one thing I love about them cruising, I might have to come to that Capital Jazz, see if they could book me. I just want to go, just give me 2 rooms and a plate, because you can eat all night on them things. Yeah,
You can.
yeah, I just want to go on the thing because like it's always constantly something going on and you just feel so up close and personal. Nobody be acting like all Hollywood and stuff like that. It's it puts you close to who you spend your money in their music.
Eating breakfast the next day with the artist that you watched last night.
Right.
I mean, it's
That's-
like it's because you're on a boat for 7
Right,
days,
right,
you know,
right,
and
right.
they kind of want you. They do a great job of picking acts who they feel are going to invest in, because you're invested with your fans, and the fans are respectful. I mean,
Yeah.
I bring my wife on there, and
That's dope.
and we can sit and chill, and you know, you're gonna be taking a lot of pictures because sure
Yeah.
you're the artist on the boat.
Big festival, yeah.
But sometimes when I'm eating my eggs, I don't want to be like, oh, hold on a second, let me finish my food in my mouth.
Little Mo, I guess that's what happens.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
happens.
is
Yeah,
true.
That's what you sign up for.
Swish it so it don't look like I got some. Oh, I was about to say a pause. So I don't have
But
no squirrel
but
nuts
if
stored
if
in
you
my
had
cheeks.
egg all in your face, they won't post that picture. They'll keep it.
No,
they'll
they
just
will.
Keep it.
They'll
No, they
post it.
might.
They'll post it.
They'll post
It's
Not the
some-
cruises, not my cruises. They're not going. Maybe some other cruises might. But
Yeah, our joints. We had Uncle Luke on the last time joining one, and a 95-year-old man got a lap dance. He passed.
I love it.
He passed.
But
right in the
good
middle of
pass.
it. That's the way to go.
I thought he went on.
That's the way to go. He did get on.
You have any other any videos coming out to those albums that you did? The Earth,
We
Wind,
had a
Fire?
video that came out for the October one that came out. The Fire one is the one we're mainly investing most of it on.
Okay.
To me, Earth and Wind were a setup because the Fire album was what was needed. You know, so we're shooting several videos and we're releasing like almost every month. So we released a video called "Keep On." That was the first single, which was just an inspiring song off the album. But I wrote a song called "Tamir" about Tamir Rice, the 12-year-old who was shot and killed by police playing in a park in Cleveland. There's several songs on the album. To me, that it's not really, you know, we write songs to make people escape. You know, we want people to fantasize or whatever. Fire was like, I want, even if you listen to it one time and can't play it anymore, I want you
The
to listen
lit
to
joint
it.
after Earth,
and
Wind, and Fire?
Exactly.
That's the lit
We
joint.
trying to make you think. You
What's
know
your
what I mean?
social media so everybody can follow you and stalk you and slide in your DMs?
Yes.
And yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yep. And so don't be playing.
My wife crazy.
Hello?
Pure
Hello?
crazy. But foolishly, all of my social media stuff is different names. But my website is ErykRobersonMusic.com. You can get everything from T-shirts or lyric posters and all the albums as well. But on Instagram, where I'm mostly crazy and active, it's Erro44, ERRO44. Instagram, Facebook is, I believe, just my name, Eryk Roberson, on my label Blue Arrow Soul.
Okay.
And Twitter is I am Eryk Roberson.
All right.
But yeah.
And before we let you go, I want to tap into your ratchet side. I'm going to start this off, and you got to finish it for us. See, little bitch, you can't, with me, if you wanted to.
Something dancing on them bloody shoes. I know something. Look, I got a little kid. I can't play a bunch of that stuff now. I love to, but
My
these
kids know
be
all the cusses.
You know he R&B. He said, "I'm dancing on these bloody shoes."
the bloody shoe. I know something about it, but yeah. Look, my kid be going back to school. You there?
Split it up. They done made a church version. And
But you know, it's only a matter of time. It was going. You
Even
know.
this the blood. It was. I know they said something about the blood of Jesus or something.
On these
Bloody
bloody
shoes.
Best on these bloody shoes. Yeah. Look, don't talk about me.
But you did it though. That's the hottest song
we
out
gonna,
right
yeah,
there.
no, it's
Thank
hot.
you so much.
And
Thank
who
you.
not rooting for it right now? You gotta root for
It's
it.
like, this is the year of Cardi.
You gotta root for it.
It's the year of the real. When you give your real stuff and show your real, that's what this platform is for.
Yeah.
People get to know you.
Yeah.
I ain't like 50 Cent when he first came out. I said, why you do that to Ja Rule? I saw Get Rich or Die Trying. I said, you know what? I'm a fan. I get to know your story.
Yeah.
So that's what people here to learn your story.
You know,
And
you talking about you was talking about farting backstage, you know, before we came on, and I felt like I know you better after hearing that story when we got on here. So I appreciate it. I mean, I agree totally.
and I helped him get dressed. He couldn't get the sweater on. It was too tight.
Yeah, it was too tight.
So we had
too
to zip
tight.
it up in the back, and the hat is stuck on his head. So
Of
I don't know
course.
how we
Look,
got-
you know I should never start with a comedian. He ready.
Y'all go.
I'm gonna go dance with my bloody shoes out here. But,
Eryk Roberson for
Thank
joining
you.
us today on
I
the
so
Little Mo Show.
appreciate it.
You are welcome to come in any time and dance with your bloody
With my bloody shoes.
Yes.
Look, I got some blood on them too. Hey man.
man, so thanks again. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We gotta do a special thank you to anybody any of our sponsors. Or,
We have to thank everybody from the Next Level Publishing and Media family, everybody, my whole staff, my team, Honey Child Entertainment, everybody, my family who allowed me to be here today, because if I don't work, they don't eat, and I can't wear no wigs, okay? And to the Cumulus for allowing us to, look at this. I said, we
good.
starting off at the top. I said, we made it. Who you want to thank?
I thank my mother, first of all. I want to thank Eryk Roberson for sitting here on this couch with us along with Little Mo. Man, we had a great show. Man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So make sure y'all stay tuned in, man, because it's going down for real.
Most of all, thank you, because if it wasn't no you, then damn sure wouldn't be no us. We out.
What's up? This is your boy Roberson, fresh off of the Lil Mo show. It was hilarious. Skeet Carter's hilarious, but Lil Mo is just as funny. They did a great job on the podcast. Honored to be a guest. You guys should stay tuned and check out many more, as well as my episode as well. And welcome to the Lil Mo show.